morning and welcome to Joplin Calvary Church of the Nazarene. We're glad you're here to worship with us. Before we continue in our time of worship, there's a couple of things that I would like to fill you in on. Potter's House, which is a ministry for the students at Missouri State in Springfield, is having a 5K April 23rd. The youth group visited them this past week with Logan and Kelly, and we told them that we would announce it to the church. On Sunday, April 23rd, that is going to be CIY Sunday, where the students will lead the entire thing. And half of what's given that week will help these students go to church camp this summer. The week of Easter, we have a bunch of different services here at the church. Here's a picture of all of those. I would encourage you to take out your phone, zoom in, and take a picture. We have a service on Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I will give you a second, kill a little time, give you a chance to take out your phone and take a picture and to read this graphic. Okay. If you are visiting with us this morning, welcome. We're glad you're here. If you could take a minute to fill out that sheet that they handed you whenever you walked in and turn it into the forward before you leave, we would love to stay in contact with you. If everyone would stand up and greet those around you as we continue in our time of worship.
All right, everyone, you can go ahead and be seated. Kelly Beckett is going to share with us a little bit. They went on a trip this week, and she's going to share about that. And so if you'll give her your attention.
Yep, I was going to piggyback on what Weston was talking about. It was last Wednesday when we went to the Potter's House. Weston drove 7 of the youth and Logan and myself there. The Potter's House, again, is it's a Nazarene mission. And the mission field are the MSU college students. We met with Hal. He is the missionary there. Hal and his wife, Moon. We didn't get to meet Moon. Hal invited a young girl named Presley. Presley is a student at MSU. She's actually from the Nazarene Church in Carthage. And they took us on a tour. The original place where the Potter's House has been, and then the house next door, which they purchased. So we got to take a tour of the whole place. They do a lot of wonderful things there. They go through, he said, anywhere from 800 to 900 students a week that come through there. So that's a lot of people. So just some things to think about in the future for us. Hal challenged the youth to consider their future. He explained what his mission was with the students. He shared with us that over 70%, it wasn't exactly 70, it's 70-something, and I don't remember, but over 70% of church youth will walk away from their faith when they leave their home. So that's why this sort of mission, I think, is extremely important. He encouraged them to think about how are you going to stay on track, what are you going to do when you step out of the home. We need people like that, you know, encouraging and speaking to our youth about it. The house next door, they purchased from the man who lived there, and that house is not completely paid off yet. And Hal also shared with us that they have a water line issue. Just
Sing the wondrous love of Jesus, sing His mercy and His grace. In the mansions bright and blessed, He'll prepare for us a place. When we all get to heaven, what a day of days, on a day of days are over, not a shadow, not a star. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. Let us then be true and faithful, trusting, serving every day. Just one glimpse of Him in glory, will the all get to His beauty will behold. Open each shout the victory. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. I stand amazed in the presence of Jesus the Nazarene, and wonder how He could love me, a sinner condemned and clean. How marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. For me it was in the garden, He prayed, not my will, but marvelous, how wonderful, marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. Took my sins and my sorrows, He made them His very own. He bore the burden to Calvary and suffered and died alone. How marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. When with the ransomed in glory, His face I at last shall see, 'twill be my joy through the ages to sing of His love for me. How marvelous, how wonderful, and my song shall ever be. How marvelous, how wonderful is my Savior's love for me. to the Lord in prayer. Are we weak and heavy laden, cumbered with a load of care? Precious Savior, still our refuge. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Do thy friends despise, forsake thee? Take it to the Lord in prayer. In his arms he'll take and shield thee. Thou wilt find a solace there.
As we sing about taking our burdens to the Lord in prayer, what a wonderful transition into our time of prayer. And I have a few things that I've got already on my list, and I want to share these. And then if there are any others that you'd like to add to our list, you certainly will be able to do so. First of all, I'm glad that Shirley is back. The last Sunday, she was still at home resting and recovering from being in the hospital, but we're glad that you're back with us. It's rough having just Jim and not you to kind of counteract it, so we're thankful. The Damerons are traveling for the next couple weeks out towards the West Coast, seeing family, and so we're praying for them, praying for good visits and for good travel. My family was traveling this week. They got to come home. Candace's, her grandmother, Hazel, her knee, it seems like maybe it was just a sprain. And so they are next week going to be doing the hysterectomy for the cancer removal. And so continue to pray for Hazel, if you don't mind. Another praise, some of you saw this on our church Facebook, but Joseph Duvall, the pastor in our district who had colon cancer and had that procedure, he went and got his pathology report earlier this week, and he is cancer-free. There was not cancer in any of his lymph nodes or anything. He's doing great. So we're giving the Lord the praise for that. I want to pray for Ben Height. He's traveling with work, trying to get power on for these folks that were in some of these storms. And it looked like there were some really, really hard-hit places over the past few days. And so let's lift up everyone.